This show is sponsored by PSE Archery, X Broadheads, Millennium Tree Stands, The Chase Deer Scent, Extreme Archery Products, Antler Insanity.
Welcome Reality Hunt Club. We were going to talk about our spraying in this episode, but let's talk about how we're getting too much rain. So stay tuned. As I said in my intro, we were going to come up here and spray, but the fields are just too wet. We're over here in our main plot. This is on our power line right away. And we actually planted double the amount of seeds over here than we were supposed to, so we overseeded over here. This is the spot, the famous spot where we've been beat with the electric fence for the last 2 years. You see webisodes of that and get a good chuckle how the deer jump through our fences and all that. So this year we decided to go a different route. We're going to put so many seeds in the ground and try to get all the plants up so fast that they wouldn't be able to eat them all. Well, we planted double over here, and on the next one we're going to talk about in a minute, we only planted about 1.5 times. And as you can see the difference, we've got a huge stand of soybeans here. Even though it's got a bunch of weeds and grasses and stuff, we just got a huge stand. And we've got these big, nice, plump leaves. The deer are in here and they just can't eat it back yet. So we were going to come up here and spray this weekend, but can't get a tractor in here. It has rained at least 1/4 to 1/2 inch for the last 15 days. There's farmers that are complaining they can't even get in the field to plant their crops. And it's just been, you know, last 2 years we've had drought conditions, and this year it's just been too wet. We got lucky being able to plant these in the time we could. So we got out here yesterday and we were going to call ourselves smart, and we had a sprayer on the ATV. And we spent about a half hour just getting it out unstuck. We got over there on the other side of the power line, and we got it stuck. And me and Chuck put on some big boots, and I should have had Tad and them film it, but I didn't think about it because we're too worried about getting the four-wheeler. And it took us about 10-15 minutes to get that four-wheeler out of that mud hole. It just sunk down. So it is just extremely wet right now. So I think we're going to be okay. We're just going to watch the weather. We still like to spray at least one more time. We did spray a little bit around the edges, and when we tried to get on the far edges, we got stuck. So we actually will have a comparison of this spraying and not spraying. So that'd be pretty interesting. So anyway, the saga of management, you know, last year I was praying for rain. The year before that, we had no rain. Now I'm just hoping it quit rain so we can take care of our plants for our deer. But I'm real proud of this stand of soybeans. So we're going to go and look at the other stand of soybeans we have, and we're going to look at the corn and dove field later on in this webisode. So anyway, stay tuned and let's head over to the other food plot. All right, we're in the first field we planted this year, and we had our seed rates at recommended settings, so we didn't really overseed. We got a lot of soybeans come up, but we got a lot of this stupid coffee weed like this. Now we done sprayed once, as you can see in that one of our previous webisodes. It did really good. But now it's been so wet we couldn't spray again. Plus these fields are not really conditioned for farming, so the seeds come back. But we've got some soybean plants like this, and as you can see they're eating it, and Tad was just commenting on some big tracks out here. So we have a pretty good coverage of soybeans in this field. We want to spray so bad, but it's too wet to see what we have, and also just start trying to kill some of these coffee weeds and some of this other type grasses and stuff like that. But just too wet, can't get in here. So we actually thought about replanting this because we still have some soybeans left over. But because it's so wet, we can't make a decision on it. So we're going to have to give it a couple weeks and see what we can do. Here it is, it's the 3rd week of July, and we're talking about replanting it. But then again, there might be enough soybeans out here to where we don't have to. But we can't spray to see exactly how much tonnage of soybeans we got. So it's kind of a predicament we're in. So basically, we're just going to have to wait and see. So stay tuned. Let's go look at the corn and the dove field. All right, last we're over here at our cornfield, dove field. I'm showing you some video of that right now. And luckily we had our corn planted enough. The rain hasn't really affected it. It's actually doing really good. Zoom down here and show right here, Tad. So as you can see, we're getting the ears on the stalk. So so the corn's doing really good. We got a lot of weeds. Back up a little bit, bud. We got a lot of weeds in it, a lot of grass, but we couldn't spray it anymore because of the wet. Plus, we sprayed it once. We showed you that in one of the last webisodes, and we put nitrogen on it. But the corn is doing really, really good. We're expecting maximum yields out of this. And you got all this grass, but that just comes with it. Hey, we're not professional farmers. We don't have all those rigs for spraying. And the dove field's looking good. The Egyptian wheat and the brown top millet's looking good, as I showed you that. And so basically, the rain is really, you know, we go from a drought to too much rain, and it's really hurt. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update on how our crops are doing, and continue watching as we keep talking about the saga of this year. So thanks for watching Reality Hunt Club.
If you like this show, watch our other shows at hunt365.tv. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button on the screen, or connect with us and receive notices of all our new episodes by liking our Facebook page.